Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is Donkey Kong 64. Last time we went tomb raiding and cleaned out the catacombs for a shiny new golden banana for all 5 Kongs. Each of them got one, and then we had a little bit of extra time, so we finished things off by entering a hollowed out tree to get another golden banana for DK, and we topped everything off by flushing out a banana fairy. So we made quite a bit of progress. I'm hoping to do the same today, but this next part might take most of my time today if it doesn't go right for me. Retake after retake and what have you. We're actually going to be entering that giant tree with Chunky Kong, but before I do that, there's some green coins somewhere around here for him. I think they're down here. Yeah, you know what? They're behind a tombstone right over here if the camera will cooperate with me. Alright, got those. Now I just want to head back up to that #1 warp pad so we can get back to that giant tree. If you haven't already guessed, and you should have already guessed, or maybe not because I was oh so subtle about it at the end of the last episode, but we are going to be returning to Beaver Bother. In fact, this is the first of 2 times that we have to challenge Beaver Bother in Creepy Castle, so yeah, this could take a while because, you know, if it takes me all day to get a good take of this, then I might have exhausted all of the free time I have to record today, and you might not be seeing an episode tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we want to hit that pineapple switch over there, but if we are too close to it, it will turn around and we won't have access to it. This is where, okay, let me get a little further away. This is where our sniper scope comes in. Once again, there we go. All right, let's zoom in, let it fly, and that should do it. All right, there's the barrel we're looking for. And, okay, this balloon is along a very narrow path and moves very quick. There we go. All right, I got lucky there. Getting fancy with the trick shots. Here we go. Gotta love that fade to black when it goes into the mini games. Makes it so much easier to edit out mistakes. Take 3. All right, already got one in, so we're off to a much better start. Okay, cool, one more. All right, one of you guys need to get in there. Once again, you don't want to just constantly circle around barking, or else you're going to chase them towards the sides and make them even harder to push in. But you want to, like, kind of lure one in close, and if you need to, kind of try to make a V pattern going around a naughty that's gone up against the edge of the hole. And okay, doing a little better now. Looks like the game's deciding to go a little easy on me this time around, but you know, I didn't make it my first time. I ran out of time my first take, and on my second take I was an idiot and I jumped into the hole. You can't do that. Don't jump into the hole. It's only the beavers that are supposed to go in there. Okay, awesome. All right, so not too bad. Looks like I made a mountain out of a mole here, out of a molehill here. Still gets my heart racing, but did pretty good. That only took 3 attempts. I've definitely done much worse, but we are going to have to do this one more time before we're done with Creepy Castle. But you know what? Frack that noise right now. I'm saving that for the very, very last thing that I do before turning the blueprints into Snide. But there's some more golden bananas to get in the castle dungeon, so I'll be heading there. Ooh, green coins. I totally forgot these were here. All right. Sidle over now. No, don't get... Fortunately, that area wasn't too far away from the beginning, so we're just warped right back there. So, easy walk back. I mean, it's much less frustrating than, you know, being up towards the top of the tower, and then you fall. All right, do it right this time. Easy. There we go. Now, yeah, there we go. Actually go sideways when I push to the side, not up. These sensitive Wii U sticks, I tell ya. Anyway, as I was saying before, I want to enter the dungeon area of the castle because there's golden bananas here as well. And there are 2 exits, or 2 entrances, or exits, depending on how you want to view it, to the dungeon area. There's this one, and then there's one that was below near the other #1 warp pad. I just wanted to take this one because, as you can see, there's a Karinka splat here that we can take care of. And just the way I routed everything out, I think I'm going to be wanting to exit out the other end with Lanky Kong. But here's Candy's shop right here, and I'm just going to skip through all this dialogue because you've read it all before. She's just going to give us our final instrument upgrade, and You know what? I don't use musical energy all that often. I think she upgraded us to 25? I think it's 25. Well, whatever. As you can see right there, this is the final thing that we're going to be getting from Candy Kong, so we'll never see her again. Well, actually, we are going to see her again. I just, you know, don't want to really talk about that part because it makes me think wrong things for reasons. You'll see. You'll see. Or, you know, or maybe you won't see. And when we get there, some people will see. I don't know why I see what I do see, and I'm starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss. I'm rambling. Here I am, rambling again. Candy does something towards the end of the game, something very subtle that you really only notice if you have, you know, a dominant perverted side of your brain. But enough about that. Let's fly over here, or float over here with Tiny to get this bonus barrel. Would you get in the damn thing? Thank you.
Welcome to bonus day.
And it's another teetering turtle trouble. I actually said it this time without, you know, tripping over my own tongue. Same scenario as before, just fire at the top 3, reload, fire at the bottom 3, lather, rinse, repeat. Just this time they spin much faster. This is the last time that we're going to have to do this, so, you know, don't worry about it getting faster and faster and faster after this. We're pretty much done. But, oh, that chasm that we jumped over to get to this bonus barrel, you want to be very careful not to fall into that, because for some reason these inside underground corridors that we're in right now, the game doesn't count this as a separate area from, you know, the outside portion of Creepy Castle. So if we fall into that chasm, we're going to go right back to the beginning of Creepy Castle, and we're going to have to, you know, walk our way back here. So yeah, it doesn't spawn you at the cave entrance, which is kind of inconvenient. Anyway, 2, 1, and well done. That's the last we're going to see of that minigame, so wave it goodbye. Or, you know, possibly not, because there is a way that you could replay all of these minigames. I'll be showing that off probably towards the end of the Let's Play, because we won't have access to it until then. I want to take out this bat, because I don't want him hitting me when I'm in mid-air. Is that the only one? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Now let's fly over this thing undisturbed. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want that bat messing with me because, like I said before, if you fall into that pit, you're gonna go back to the entrance of Creepy Castle instead of to the entrance of this cave area. Okay, I just wanted to switch to Diddy as we round this corner because he has some red coins in here. You can enter this area with anybody. Just wanted to use Diddy at that point. We will be switching back to Diddy shortly, but for right now, I want to switch over to Chunky Kong because, as you can see, there are some red bananas there, but they're behind a cage, so we need to use the primate punch in order to, you know, knock all of these down. And that's pretty much all we're going to be doing with Chunky Kong in this dungeon area, which, by the way, if we die here, we are sent back to that gate, so it has some mercy on us here. Anyway, about this little dungeon area, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna ignore you for right now because I'm in a rush. But about this dungeon area, if you listen closely to the music when you come in, you can hear. Okay, you know what? You had to interrupt my commentary, didn't you? You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Anyway, if you listen to the music of this area when you first come in, you hear it kind of going like dun 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 dun, dun, which is actually a remix of a little snippet of music from the original Donkey Kong, specifically the part where DK actually takes Pauline and carries her up to the top of the construction site. The part that goes dun 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 dun. I can't do it all that well because I'm not Smooth McGroove, but you get what I'm saying. It's a nice little shout out that Grant Kirkhope made to the original game. And there's probably several other, whatever other means, but several other points in the game in which he actually did that, but this is the one that I noticed, this is the one that stuck out to me, this is the one that I read about on the DK64 wiki page. Anyway, Diddy Kong has his own golden banana that we can get in here, but of course we want to gather up all of the red stuff that Chunky Kong uncovered, and then we could move on. This is another incident where we're going to need his sniper scope in order to get the golden banana, because just like with Chunky Kong, you see that faraway target over there. I don't know why we needed this cutscene. Yes, I can clearly see the Yo Banana. Thank you, game. Anyway, faraway switch. But if we get up real close, it's like, yep, nope. Anyway, we do have to hit that from a distance, but I want to take out this Kasha first so he doesn't disturb me when I'm trying to shoot down this red balloon. Not to mention that when we finally do, when we finally do hit that switch, it's going to drop some chains down for us to swing across, and if you leave that Kasha there unattended, then there's a good chance that he'll take a swing at you. And I can't get this thing to work. Come on. Using an analog stick to do the job of buttons. It causes problems, of course. Anyway, yeah, like I said, hitting that switch drops down these chains, and if you don't take care of that Kasha, then you stand a high probability of getting whacked off these chains by his club, and then you have to go back all the way to the beginning and try again. Sometimes you can make it across, it just depends. I've made it across before, but it's best just to deal with him so you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to run the chance of dealing with that, inconvenience. Okay, so that's all there is here with Diddy Kong. We're going to be switching over to DK now. He has a golden banana that we can get. Shouldn't take very long. Very, very simple puzzle here. Of course, you do need the Super Duper Simian Slam in order to access this area. You pretty much need the upgraded Simian Slam to access all of the areas in this game, and you can probably already see what we're going to do here. Let's see how many we can do. Oh, we're done with DK's regular bananas. That was quick. Yeah, you can already see what we're doing here. We're going to make pictures of, we're going to make a picture of DK here. And let's see how many we can do before that Crossbones respawns, because if I remember, it's really, really quick. Oh, yeah, see that? Let's take care of him real quick. I don't want him to be a problem. And serious game with the lack of drop shadows? You see that? You watch. We're going to walk right out into the next room, and he's going to have a drop shadow. Probably a very faint one, but, it always takes away the drop shadows at points where you really could use it. Yeah, look, okay, so not necessarily a drop shadow, but a shadow nonetheless. That's the game's lighting system for you. They try to be all realistic with it, and the only time you ever have a drop shadow is when the light source is directly above you, but that's not always the case. Please, former Rare employees at Playtonic, drop shadows in Yooka-Laylee. Drop shadows. They are an important thing with platformers. Don't screw this up. Also, if you wouldn't mind, try to avoid using extremely screwed up camera angles as a substitute for challenge. Because, watch this. Okay, so we need to reach the golden banana on the other side of this, slime pit. And we do that by using Lanky Kong's inflatability in order to float our way across. So watch this. We're going to inflate ourselves. I want to try to gather up these blue coins on the way, though. There we go. Not so bad, but I'll go try to get it on the way back. But see that? See that? How was I supposed to know? Lack of drop shadows is one thing, but you can't line yourself up with something that's completely off the screen. Fortunately, it's not that much of a hindrance. It's more of just, a slight annoyance, or a major annoyance if it keeps happening again and again and again, but, it doesn't boot us all the way out. We get to restart from the entrance of this area. Unfortunately, each time you die, that Kasha does respawn, so in order to avoid getting harassed by him, you gotta waste a crystal coconut taking him out each time. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I can get that blue coin on the way. It would be nice if it kind of straightened out to where I could just go in a straight line. There we go. And look at this. It's off camera. Okay, made it that time, but that's messed up, man. You gotta ballpark it. You just have to get in the general vicinity, and then you have to, just hope that you're directly over it. Alright, and we got another blue balloon right there, but they also mess with you here, so I need to stand on the tippy edge right here, because I can't stand directly on the pad, because in order to pull out my weapon, I have to hold down the Z button. But if you hold down the Z button, or if you just slightly press the Z button while standing on this pad, then you're going to inflate. You won't be able to pull out your weapon, so that's a kind of a awkward, you know, position right there. And I've already tried. No, you can't seem to hit that blue balloon from across, even with the sniper scope. You should, but for some reason, the balloon doesn't seem to want to spawn until you actually get close. Okay, so we got another round of Kremling Kosh right here. Got 60 seconds to hit 25 of the Kremlings. Once again, green ones 1 point, red ones are 2 points, and not much of a strategy I can give you here. In the words of Titus from Final Fantasy X, shoot like crazy. Just keep an eye on your watermelons and just, you know, go around in a circle to each one and fire away, and when you get low, just, you know, snap to the center and reload, and then do it all over again. If you keep firing a continuous barrage, you're going to do just fine. And fortunately, I got that blue balloon on my blue coin on my second trip, so I'm just gonna suicide my way out of here. And for some reason, green slime sounds like wood when you bang on it. Okay, so I believe I want to make a... Yeah, I want to go this way, I think. I get a little turned around in here, but I think this is the opposite way from where we entered. I'll know if I see the... Yeah, there's the tag barrel, and there's the pit that we jumped over with Tiny, so this is where I want to go. I should be right outside where the #1 warp pad... Yeah, there we go. And... Why did I want to come here? That's right, blue coins for Lanky Kong in this area, right up this tree. And this is pretty much all I came down here for. And after we grab these, we'll be heading back up to those warp pads. Why did you turn around? Why did you do that? Whatever. Is there a... No? Okay, it's over here. I was looking for a ladder to get back up because I want to take that #1 warp pad back to the other warp pads. And then I'm drawing a blank on what I want to do after that. I know I want to take the #4 warp pad because there's more bananas for me to get there. Actually, you know what? #2. I'm forgetting about his Kasplat. It should be around here somewhere. It's on the other side of those moving platforms, I bet. Okay. Oh god, oh god. Oh. Alright. Die now. Alright. These platforms are real sphincter clenchers. And there we go. Yeah, if you attack in midair, get a little bit more air time, especially with Lanky Kong. I think he gets a little more air time than DK. Like I said earlier in the playthrough, as far as mobility, Lanky Kong is very middle ground, very balanced. You know, it's easy to navigate through the worlds with him. Okay, so we got a red switch form right here. It opens up to this, this is a greenhouse, right? Yeah, with a glass roof, I'm going to say it's a greenhouse, especially since it's filled with plants. A hedge maze, to be specific. How the hell is it raining in here? Alright, we gotta get to the other side, but oh, timer! Fortunately, we have the orangutan, so we can move through here real quickly if he'd stop sticking to the sides. This is weird. Why does he do that? It's probably hard to tell, but he's like sticking to the sides every time I touch it. It's weird. Maybe it has something to do with him getting caught in the bushes. Whatever. You still move fast enough, and it's generous enough of a time limit to where, you know, with the orangutan, unless you're getting completely turned around, you should be able to make it through pretty quickly. The trail of blue bananas does help. And after grabbing that golden banana, we unlock another K-Rool Battle Arena pad, so let's get back to that real quick and take care of it. I think this will be our 9th battle crown. Yeah, because there's 10 in the game. You only need 4. You only need 4 to actually beat the game, but there's 10, so that's why we're going for all of them. And this is Pinnacle Palaver. I know what Pinnacle means. Not 100% on the Palaver, if I'm even saying that correctly. I'll Google it later, whatever. Anyway, we're dealing with a Crossbones and 2 Kasplats. So, the Crossbones, not too much of a concern. If he's alone, go ahead and take him out. But the Kasplats usually spawn at the exact same time. So what we want to do is we want to quickly attack one Kasplat, and while he's down, attack the other, and use the button press from that attack to hold down on it to charge up your shockwave attack, and then we'll release it once both of them get up and start charging toward you. And yeah, that's pretty much the strategy for this one. Lather, rinse, repeat. Hopefully I can keep up the rhythm here and I don't run into any kind of complications like them not spawning simultaneously. Well, they were close enough right there to where it wasn't much of an issue. I also don't want to release the shockwave too soon, or else a Kasplat will still be getting up and it might be out of range, and then it'll counter with its own shockwave while I'm recovering, because if you see, there's a little bit of a recovery time. Oh, yep, like that. There's a recovery animation for doing your shockwave attack, and you can't really run away from stuff while you're doing that. But yeah, didn't do so bad there. Okay, another battle crown in hand, and we got 3 of Lanky's golden bananas. He does have one more that we can get, but I am not bothering with that right now. I'm gonna save it for later. For now, I think I'm going to take this, come on camera, I'm going to take this number 4 warp pad, and I'm going to switch over to Chunky Kong. There's a few golden bananas that we can get with him in that same area. In fact, it'll be his 3rd and 4th golden bananas that we'll be getting here, and if I'm not mistaken, if I routed everything out right, we should be finishing up with him in this episode, because we'll be grabbing the last of his green bananas while we're there. Okay, back through the number 4 warp pad, and let's head back over to the greenhouse, or this wooden building attached to the greenhouse. Let's use our primate punch to bust through. And when I got his Gorilla Gone ability, I mistakenly said that it was powered by crystal coconuts. It is in fact not. It's actually on a timer most of the time. So yeah, we got some invisible bats here and some homing ammo. In order to make the bats appear, we need to make ourselves invisible. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but let's just stand in the corner while invisible and take out all these bats with our homing ammo. And we're out of homing ammo, and I'm no longer invisible. And there's still one flapping about. Crap, that means I actually have to hit it with regular ammo. Here we go. Try this. Where'd he go? All right. Come on. No. All right. Come on. Hit it. Hold still. You're worse than a banana fairy. And I'm out of invisibility time. Great. Okay. Times like this, now I kind of wish it was powered by crystal coconuts, but that would be his hunky chunky ability. There we go. That better be the last one. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what made me think the Gorilla Gone was powered by crystal coconuts, because the crystal coconut fueled abilities are all activated by jumping into barrels, and Gorilla Gone is powered by one of the pads. So yeah, I guess I got a few wires crossed there. Anyway, we got another red switch right here for Chunky Kong. Let's go ahead and pound on it, and that gives us access to the museum. Chunky Kong doesn't seem like he's the type who would want to, study. But then again, Donkey Kong was in the library earlier, so what the hell do I know? Anyway, we can clearly see that there's some areas that Tiny Kong can access because he have those pads there, but they're on the other side of some windows, so we can't reach them. We need to find another way in there. And is the music also... This music is also a remix of music from the original Donkey Kong, because it has the dun 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 dun. Huh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, you saw me do the primate punch on those 3 shields on the wall there. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to know to do that. I guess that's where just exploration and experimentation come in. And that tops off all of Chunky's... Okay. Fortunately, this rock respawns, and we're topped off on all of Chunky Kong's green bananas, so after we get this golden banana, the only thing we'll have to do with him is turn in the blueprint. Other than that, we're completely done with him. And we need to use this rock because we need to set it on this pressure switch, because if we get off of it, then this skull is going to chomp down on this banana, and we won't have access to it. You know, there isn't much in this quote-unquote museum. It's kind of a missed opportunity to have a kind of a mini-boss fight with some sort of monster involving giant Kremling bones or something dinosaur-like. Anyway, Diddy's falling behind the other Kongs on golden banana count, so we should probably switch to him and do a quick flyby of Creepy Castle. But that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.